there. And if you looked at the billing, you would think this was a
real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you watching me from. I appreciate you joining us today. We got a special panel today because I've been off for a week, traveling around, having some bad connection problems, but as usual, it's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be all about the Philippines. Before we get started, I always like to give you the exchange rate. 52.31, which is damn good. Anytime it's over 50, as a matter of fact. Let me give a shout out to the NTZ crew, Jacob Tanjay. I know Michael Beach of Life will be on here, man. I appreciate y'all keeping this safe and respectable. I'm going to let the panel introduce themselves briefly, tell us a little bit about their connection to the Philippines and what they got going on today. I'll start with our resident OG, Fred B, over in Guam. What's up, Fred?
Hey, hanging in there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. The only thing we got going today, my wife is putting together some of her famous chili for me. So she's back in the other kitchen cooking it up for me. So can hardly wait. Of course, it's not Texas chili because I see we got a Texan in the house.
Yeah.
Two.
Got
beans in it.
Let's go with the Texan in the Philippines. This is his first time on the panel, but I told him I was going to get him on. He's actually in the Philippines. Give us a little background real quick, Dean.
Yeah, so I'm 45 days. I think about 45 days in country. I arrived March 17th, and I've been, not too long. I've been watching your channel for, I don't know, 2 years, I think, and many others, you know, and I love it over here. The first thing I thought when I got here was, I wish I would have came sooner, you know. That's the first thing I thought. I wish I would have come here earlier, but you know, we couldn't because it wasn't open for pandemic. But yeah, that's the first thing you'll think when you get here.
So is it what you thought it was? How's things going for you? Do you got your place now?
For me, it was much better, actually. I mean, I came here for, you know, I'm in North Texas, so you know, we have the winter, we have the hot summers, we have the 4 seasons, even though some of them are short. Here, it's bright sunshine, the most beautiful scenery in the world. I mean, beautiful women in the world. It's great. Yeah, I got a place. I learned a lot, you know, no matter how many videos you watch and how much information you soak up, you just really do not understand truly until you are boots on the ground. Until you're here, then you really understand. So listen to that advice. I made the mistakes that they all make. Even though I watched the videos, even though you said don't do it, I did some don't do it anyway. We all do, you know.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So you. When I talked to you last week, I think you said you've already had 4 women already. You way ahead of me.
Yeah. I ended up in a party town, a tourist, a diving tourist area. So, I mean, when you're waiting so long and you're watching all these videos. I was actually thinking about, I was almost going to go to Thailand and wait in Thailand until the Philippines opened up. I was literally days from buying my ticket to Thailand, and then they announced the opening February 10th. So I changed my plan and came on out here. But yeah, I'm in a party town, in Sabang, so it's Puerto Galera.
I'm gonna get back. I gotta ask you some questions because I know you started a YouTube channel, but let me get to Dana. Dana, you might want to cut some lights on in there. What, you hiding from somebody? What you doing over there, man? It's dark in there.
I'm saving my money for my trip, buddy. Every penny counts.
Yeah, you're kind of dark in there. Well, y'all got a brownout over there in Texas?
Alexa, turn on living room light.
He said, "Is Buck over here?" I don't know if he's still over here. He was over here for Anthony's wedding, but he didn't contact me or come by or anything. I'm pretty sure he's having a good time. Anthony sent me a video. They were doing the electric slide at his wedding. So Buck was here. I hope he's still here though. Let me ask you something, Dana. We got any good deals going on right now?
Yeah, actually, we just started seeing some little movement yesterday for some reason. And where's my cheat sheet here? We actually did see some pretty good movement. Give me a second. Let me find my cheat sheet.
Yeah. I want to go back to something Dean said about the advice and doing everything that I said not to do. And you reminded me, Dean, it's a great point, that we're grown men, guys. I'm just giving you my perspective. I really don't expect you to listen to me or do anything I say. I'm just trying to help you because I got a lot of pushback, Fred, on that video about get off the dating sites, I pay the consequences, right? The guys were saying, oh, well, it's funny how all the vloggers say that, but they met their girl online. But if he goes back and listens to the video, he'll see I said the pandemic has created a monster over here with these women.
Yes.
With the whole dating situation, man. It's different. This isn't under normal circumstances, guys, that that these dating sites are operating under. First thing is, there's so many men coming over here in a short period of time. That's never happened before. A woman would be happy to have one man come over here in her lifetime. Now she's got 5 and 6 guys lined up. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm telling them what I'm seeing now. I'm not making this stuff up. And they were angry because they want a guarantee that their life is going to be good, their situation is going to be good, the girl they pick online is going to be good. But I'm sorry, there's no guarantee. Let me welcome David to the panel, everybody. I believe he had a YouTube channel before. He told me 442,000 subscribers. He's a baller, man. Give us a little background, David, on where you coming from.
Hello, everyone. My name's David. I'm currently in Tennessee. I'm 41 years old. I spent 8 years in the Army. I got out in 2009, started my own business. I've got 2 daughters, 19 and 15. And I got interested in coming to the Philippines about 3 years ago. I was actually dating a Vietnamese woman here where I live. We split up, and I guess I can blame her for my love for Asian women. And here where I live, there's just not many Asian women here at all. There's just a few working at restaurants, and that's about it. So yeah, I got interested in moving to the Philippines a few years ago, and of course, about that same time, the pandemic happened, and so that slowed everything down. Right now I'm working 6 days a week. I got my own business. I've invested in some real estate, and so I've made some wise decisions to where I'm able to travel and move to the Philippines as a middle-aged man, and I want to do it now so that, you know, I don't want to wait till I'm 60 or 70 and I can't do all the fun things that the Philippines has to offer. So I've made some financial decisions to where I can make that possible at the age of 41.
Yeah. Now,
That's
those
good.
are fighting words, David, because I'm approaching 60, and some of my guys on the panel are 70, and
Yeah.
we have the time of our life over here. But
Yeah.
I will say something though, because you're true. And Dean just said it. He said the only regret is he wishes that he would have come sooner. So that's where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If you ready to get over here, man. Get over here.
There's people that's in their 60s that's in probably better shape than me. So my hat's off to people that can, 60 years old and get around and do the things that they do. So, yeah. It's definitely possible at, in your 60s for sure.
So are you
I actually
on the dating
I
site?
actually have my 50th birthday here. Sorry.
Are you on the dating site, David?
I was on there, my thing with the dating sites is I agree with a lot of what you say, Calvin, is, I put my profile picture on there and I get inundated with messages and I'm not stupid. I know they're messaging 10 other men. So I did it out of boredom, knowing that for the last 2 years, I knew that I'd be moving to the Philippines. So I've not really been dating here. And because my thing was I didn't want to meet a girl and fall in love. And then that changed my dreams of moving to the Philippines. So I've avoided dating here where I am. So
yeah,
I've been dating. Yeah. I've been chatting with some girls just out of boredom, but nothing to set up. I've not set anything up. I've not, there was one girl that I was really interested in about a year ago and that fell apart, but no, I've not really done any serious dating online.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Fred. In your day, Fred, there was no dating sites, was it?
No, there was no dating sites at all.
You had to put up a show.
That's about it. Or if you did meet someone in the Philippines, let's say if you got a friend, he's married to a Filipino, she's got family members, you did the pen pal bit where you wrote letters back and forth and you exchanged pictures, unless you were lucky enough to be in the military like I was and actually be stationed, in the Philippines for quite a few number of years. I was there.
Yeah, I got an email from a guy, and he's not going to man me. I just want to get his name right. His name is Ray Skillings, and he sent me an email. And see, he came over here, and he made a great point. He came over here, met a girl, they hit it off, and now he's going back. And he was saying, "Man, I wish I would have been." He said, "I wish I would have waited to come here so I could stay." Well, I wouldn't have to leave, because he says he has to go back and take care of his elderly mother and tie up some more things like that. He said, because now this long distance relationship, I know it's going to kill me. And I couldn't agree with him more, guys. I did a video on that before. You can't live in two places at one time. You can't have 1 foot in the Philippines and 1 foot in America. It's best when you come over here, you talking about staying, that you tie up everything first, because you're going to get over here like him. You're going to find one of these little honeys over here, and you're going to be crying at the airport, man. We've all done it,
Mm-hmm.
But what you got, Dana, over there? Are you still working on that?
Okay, here's what I got for you. First of all, I've got for September the 5th through October the 3rd, from JFK to Cebu, $1,105.07. That's about a $200 drop.
Wow.
And I just sent that to you. And I've got another one here. And throughout the show, I'm going to be sending different rates I've got. I've got another one from Atlanta from September the 5th to October the 3rd, from Atlanta to Cebu, It's $1,267.77.
Yeah, let me ask you, what happened to those ones you were showing me? Some of them were 900, 800. What
Yep.
happened to them?
Yeah, well, I still have some of those. LAX to Cebu is $944.
Yeah.
And San Francisco to Cebu is $784.
Wow. Dean, how much did you pay? You just got here 45 days ago. What was the cost of your trip?
Well, I did a little bit different. I did Viking style, where Vikings go to a new land, they burn the boats behind them so they can't go back.
Yeah.
I did one way. I did a one way, and I did a throwaway ticket. Cost me $1,020.
All together, yeah. So you were able to do that.
And I flew the other route. Most from America, they go like through Japan, through Narita Airport, I believe, Narita. I went through Seoul, Korea, and I got lucky. I got really lucky. The Seoul, Korea has opened up, I think, daily flights, and I only had a 1 hour layover.
You flew United.
Long flight to Seoul, Korea, and the last I flew Korean Airlines. Airlines. I flew Korean Airlines from Dallas Fort Worth straight to Seoul, Korea, nonstop, a 1 hour layover, and then I think it was about a 4.5, 5 hour flight to Manila.
Yeah.
So the total travel time for me was like 21, 22 hours.
Yeah. Leica, thanks for that super chat. She said, "Hey, Calvin, hi, Fred. Hope everyone is doing good and keeping safe." She says, "I bet I have better rates." I'm pretty sure you do, because I think Leica's a flight attendant, by the way, and she's based in LA and Manila. She works for Philippine Airlines, and I'm thinking she probably can get some good vouchers. I know she's got some discounts. But so what's your timeline, David? When you plan on coming?
Yeah, so as I said before, I'm self-employed. I'm a general contractor. We also do landscaping, that sort of thing. We do a little bit of everything, really. But I'm currently in the middle of flipping a property here where I live, and I'm about 90% done with it. So I'm hoping in about 2 months I'll have this house sold. So that'll put about $300K into my checking account. And along with some rental properties that I've got, I'm hoping I'll be able to come out maybe October or November. And I'm currently training someone to take over my business. So I don't have to be here. So he's going to get paid a salary, and he can run everything, and I'll still have the income stream for my business as well. So I'm hoping October or November, Calvin.
Yeah, Dean can probably help you with that, because he's sort of in the same situation, right, Dean? You left somebody to run your business.
Yeah. I have a business partner, and I told him, I'm kind of like I had a friend that served back here in Subic Bay in the 70s. I had a friend in Texas who's married to a Filipino. They're in Texas, happily married for over 10 years. That's kind of what got me interested in moving to the Philippines. And after about, 2 years of watching your videos and listening to them, and I was like, I made the move. Just like he said earlier, I wanted to come when I was younger, when I can do the zip lining, when I can do the snorkeling, when I can do the surfing and do the fun stuff. I don't want to, no offense, I don't want to come out here when I'm 60 and 70 years old and not enjoy as much, But yeah. I went to my partner and I said, I'm out. You have a higher percentage, mail my check. I'm gone. That's what I did.
Now, you guys are talking about age. I saw that video I uploaded yesterday of Sidney Gibson. He's 87 years old.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, he's legitimate, man. Listen, Fred, this guy is so magnificent. He's an extraordinary human being, guys. I'm telling you, you don't see this every day. This guy's got his full set of real teeth. Not only does he move around and sing and dance, got a sharp mind and memory, he doesn't have one false teeth in his mouth.
Wow.
He's about as fantastic with shape as I've seen a human being. Remember, I worked in the Medicare field. All of my clients were 65 and up. This guy is a phenomenon. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to get him back to kind of pick his brain, but man, I don't know. Was it genetic? He said it was sex.
Calvin, if you had 2,000 women, in your life, you'd be a phenomenon too.
Yeah. And see, I'm glad you brought that up, Dana. They said, oh, that's a lie. He couldn't have 2,000 women. This guy's 87. He'll be 88. He started having sex at 8 years old, right? The woman was 17. Okay, now you gotta realize this guy was a successful musician, entertainer for years. So if you look at that, that's 80 years. That's what, 25 women a year? That's nothing, Fred. Yeah, we can do that now, can't we, Fred?
Oh, snap.
Or
Hey, but I'm not going to say much, but I lived overseas on and off from 72 to 1989. I moved to the States in 89. I retired out of the military in 1990. All this time was out in Asia is where I lived. So need I say more?
Yeah.
And it's believable.
Yeah, it's believable. And then he's the type of guy, he's not afraid of the women. He'll talk to them.
That's right.
And he's got young girls. I think he's with a woman now that's 33.
Well, didn't he say that a young woman at the bar hit on him? The bartender hit on him the other night?
Yeah. We were in Bantayan Island, and of course, if you're going to be a bartender, flight attendant, you got to work in the mall, sales lady, you have to be nice looking over here. So it wasn't a slouch he was dealing with. Leica says, hi, new guy with the Alpha shirt.
What's that?
It seems like you got a Myra already.
Yeah. Hey, Robert Simmons says, Calvin, I enjoyed seeing you on Sammy's live stream. Thanks for answering questions that I had on retiring in the Philippines. Yeah, thanks, Sammy, for inviting me, by the way. I didn't know it was his birthday. I tried to send him a super sticker, but it didn't go through. So next live stream you have, Sammy, I'll send another one through. Okay? No, I ain't trying to get Fred in trouble because your wife's on the other side of the house, right, Fred?
Well, she's next door in the kitchen.
Yeah, she can't hear you, can she?
No. And besides, we have a fantastic relationship. When I talk about stuff in the past, everything else, that was before her.
Man, Fred is a grown up.
Yeah.
He knows what to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Booger says, "Hey Calvin, keep up your success, man. I am truly enjoying myself here in Quezon City with my Filipina. I'll be in Pampanga next week. Been here for 3 weeks so far. Oh man, I tell you what, I know you having a good time.
Where in Pampanga is he going to be going? I wonder, because that's my area.
That's right.
Yeah. Where's the place in Pampanga that all the Navy guys used to be?
Well, you're thinking about Subic, where the Navy base used to be.
Oh, okay.
And
Longapo.
Longapo.
Yeah.
But we say Longapo is Subic. Most people know what that is. When we say Subic, we talk about the base. And where all the Air Force was at, we were up in Angeles City, Balabaga, Pampanga, is where the Air Force base was at.
Yeah, we got Jabril Dibba. Did I pronounce that right, Jabril?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah. And this is an Army guy. We salute you, man, by the way. Thanks for your service, brother.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And
thank you.
he's married to a Filipino right now down in my neck of the woods, Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Yes,
How's
sir.
it going, man? You want to give us a little background?
Everything good. I'm just honored to be on your show, Brother Cal. In fact, go inside. See my little one over here trying to go inside. Go inside.
Man, that little girl is the spitting image of you. like you just. I mean, really, he sent me a picture. She looks more like him than Booby looks like me.
That's
How
that
long
good
you been married? How long
That's
you been
that
married?
strong DNA.
I know this one, man. It's a spitting image of my black ass.
That's that strong DNA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Leica says Calvin will be home for a little over 3 weeks on Tuesday. My sister keeps bugging me to ask you if we can jump on your live this week. Absolutely. I'm going to send you the link. Leica, send me an email, another email. I'm going to send you the link. I want you and your sister on here Tuesday. We're going to put y'all on the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Gabriel, what's your rank, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a Sound First Class E7.
E7?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How many years you got of service so far?
I got 20 years and 4 months now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So how much longer you going to do?
Well, I was going to PCS to the Pentagon. I got my orders last week. And Monday I found out that I'd be medically retired. So I got about 6 to 9 months in the Army now. Then I'm out.
Oh, man.
Are they going to the Philippines, Calvin, or are they staying in the States?
So we invested in, we bought a land in the Philippines, in Bicol, Albay province, about a year. So the plan was to start breaking grounds this December. So my plan is before we move out, make sure the house is done and everything. So, I mean, everything's in limbo now, but.
Nice. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I've been married to my wife about 10 years now. I mean, like I said, I was married before for 14 years, 3 boys, went lost everything, picked myself up. She picked me up, everything. I mean, I can't complain, man. I swear to God.
Yeah. Where'd you meet your wife?
I was stationed in South Korea back in 2010. So we met. We used to be, hey sis, hey bro. We used to be best friends, basically, whatever. I mean, 6-7 months into the friendship, we just fell in love.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I noticed you got an accent, man. Where are you from?
I'm originally from West Africa, Gambia in West Africa. It's like the smallest country in Africa. So I migrated to the U.S. when I was 14. I mean, I was in Seattle, Washington. Went to high school, graduated. Went to college. Couldn't pay the college fees and stuff, and ended up joining the Army. And I went to Germany. I did 4 years in Germany. Came back to Fort Lewis. That's JBL now in Washington. Then I know that probably 5 years in there. Then deployed a couple of times. Then went to Korea. Went to Fort Hood, Texas. Went back to Korea again for 3 years. So I did total of 6 years in Korea. About 4 years and some change in Germany. I mean, I did Afghanistan once, Iraq once, Japan one. For Hood 2 years, and then back at Fort Knox now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, David Masterson, for that super sticker. Robert Morris, thanks for the super chat. He said, make sure you get that VA set up, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm ready. So basically, I was gonna do 24, and then last year they tried to netball me out, so I kind of fought that one. I survived because I wasn't at 20 yet. So try to get me out of 19 years and 4 months. I wouldn't get my retirement. I'll get a VA, but not the retirement. So
yeah.
And then this year when they came in on Monday, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll take it. I mean, I'll be double dipping. The plan now is to get out and probably, get a job. I'm in the IT field anyway. Get a job for probably a year or two, and then just call it quit, man. I'm done.
I don't blame you.
Straight to I've been in the Philippines 12 times, man. I mean, the best. So when I first met my wife, we met in Korea. I talked to the dad. God, I mean, bless his soul. He passed out 2019. It's like, I'm like, I really love your daughter. I mean, it's like, prove it. I'm like, okay. So I went to the Philippines by myself. My wife is like, I'll have not that nice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'm in the Army. We stay in the field anyway. Plus, I mean, I was born and raised. I wasn't that poor, but I wasn't rich either.
Yeah.
Also, I got there, all have family from Manila. They all brothers and sisters. Everybody came. I feel like I was king of the mundo. For real, man. I'm like,
Kidnap.
that's what they got. They wouldn't even let me spend a penny for nothing. I mean, I'm like, damn, since that day, I'm like, this is the place I want to die at, man. That's what they got.
You should be able to live good in the Philippines just with your military retirement.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's the plan, man. That's what I got. So now, the only thing too is like I got two boys in 10th grade and 11th grade. I want them two to graduate first. Then I'll have the girls with me. My oldest one is 21. He's in Washington State now, going to college. So -1, soon to be -2. Then, I mean, we still be good, man. But I'm just trying, man, finding a good Filipino, not just Filipino, a good Filipino, man. It's the way to go.
Right.
Man, I feel like a king. That's what I got.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I know. I saw. How many children y'all have together?
Huh? So we got two together. I had
Yeah.
a previous marriage. I got custody after the divorce. She had one before. But, I mean, we got 5 here in the house. They were like, how do you do that? You got 5 kids in the house. I'm like, I don't go out to drink and party. I'm 40. Okay, I joined the army when I was 26, right? I'm 45 now, almost 26. I'm sorry, almost 46. I mean, I've done all the shit. I mean, I've made my mistakes and all that. I don't go I have no reason to go nowhere.
So your wife is from Bicol?
Yeah, from Bicol, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know what that is.
Beautiful.
So have you ever been down to like Cebu, Mindanao, anywhere?
So last time, because I was stationed in Korea before we got here, so we left Korea February 28 of 2020. So we took our PCS leave to go to the Philippines for 42 days. So we flew from Seoul to Cebu. So we got stuck there for about 14 hours. That's the only time I've been in Cebu. And then we flew to Pico or whatever.
Yeah.
But when we got there, a couple of weeks after we got there, the country got shut down over COVID. So we got stuck in the Philippines for over 5 months. That was the best vacation ever, man. That's what I got.
Yeah. Hey, Fred, we got a question for you. Is there a VA hospital in Guam?
No, we just have a clinic here.
Okay.
So if you go into the clinic, if you need to be seen by a specialist, they'll refer you either to the Naval Hospital, which is right next door, or they'll refer you out in town.
Okay. Let me ask you, Dean, what's the name of your channel, by the way?
Texan in the Philippines.
And what are you going to be talking about on there?
Everything, daily life, what it's really like here, you know, the in and out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. All of it.
Yeah.
So do you plan to stay in the area where you're at now, or are you just going to move someplace else?
For now, like I said earlier, I'm learning. So I'm learning real quick. Learning about Filipino prices versus foreigner prices for one. And monthly.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Get that monthly rate. And I'm progressively, I actually just found another place. It's half the price of the one I'm here, right here where I'm at. It's half the price.
I got a question, Fred. So you talk about Filipino prices versus foreigner prices. So when you're looking for a house to rent, do you think it's best if you don't go and you just send your girlfriend? And maybe her take pictures?
Absolutely.
Yep. Way to do it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because like I've seen people channels where they go out and look at properties together, and I'm thinking that's probably not smart to do that. That it's probably better to send her, let her take a video, take pictures, take video of the the neighborhood, and then she can bring it back to you, and then you can make a decision at that point. But she's gonna get a better price than we are. I mean, and it's not saying nothing bad about the way they do things. It's just smart, right?
Well, it's the same thing here on Guam, because we have a lot of tourists that come in. So you have prices for the people who live here, and you got the prices for the tourists who come in, which is totally different.
Let me read this from Yusuf, because he says he's been watching my videos, but evidently he hasn't. He says, for those who stay out the dating sites, Wouldn't it be super lonely and somewhat scary to land in a foreign country and be on your own? But not in the Philippines, man. If you're an English-speaking person, first of all, the Filipinos are going to genuinely welcome you here. You don't have anything to worry about. They're not going to bother you. David's only been here 45 days. He can bear witness to that. Have you had anything that resembles trouble?
Well, no, not at all.
Yeah,
I haven't.
It's not going to be scary here now. I can't speak for other countries, but remember the women over here, they can understand you. You know, you can strike up a conversation with a woman here, because I'd rather be by myself than with the wrong one, Dana.
What are you telling me that for?
No, I'm just saying. I can be bad by myself, Fred.
He jumped on me, man.
No, I can do bad by myself, Fred.
That's right.
And that's what guys don't understand, man. Don't come over here and just choose the wrong one just so you can have somebody to tour around with, because you're not going to be able to get rid of them. That's a fact.
Well, Calvin, you heard me say this time and time again. When you get there, if you already got your hotel and stuff set up, go from the airport to the hotel. Anything you want to set up after that is entirely on your own. Because once you have somebody show up to meet you, you never get rid of them.
And once they know where you live, that's going to be bad news too.
Calvin, can you be a little bit more specific about that? So you're saying, like, if I meet a Filipina, we lay down, we make love together. At that point, she is going to expect me to stay with her, and if I decide I don't want to stay with her, I'm pretty much going to have to leave the island. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yep. That's exactly
Well,
what I'm saying.
Unless you got to set up some game rules. See, that's why I said it's best, you're going to get the place where you're going to stay. Okay. It's always good to, Calvin, you even talk about this. You set up some rules. You let them know exactly where you're coming from, because you guys may not hit it off at all.
Brother, it all depends on the size of the island that you're on.
Well, it does, but there's other areas you can always locate to. You don't have to leave the Philippines completely. If you're up there in Dumaguete, Cebu, somewhere else, you can go to Luzon. You got Manila, you got Olongapo, you got Angeles City, you got other areas you can move to.
Hey, Calvin, what do you say all the time?
I broke the number one rule. Sorry.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah, I
met the girl at the airport. I broke the number one rule. Like, everyone, do not meet the girl at the airport. Do not let her pick you up at the airport. I did it. Do not do it. No matter how much you want to, do not do it.
Yeah. Now this guy right here, whoever this is, he doesn't have 2,000 women in the Philippines, man. He's 2,000 women in his lifetime. He's 87 years old. That's not a lot of women, man. If he was an entertainer, celebrity, basically, in his Trinidad. Yeah, he was probably getting 2 or 3 a night for a while.
Well, look at all the countries he lived in. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But look how old he is.
Well, don't you think those women helped him get there?
Yeah. Now, Leica says, Alfie, don't try it. We may be all shy and innocent looking, but piss one off and you just might get a beat down from her. And you'll get more than a beat down. But see, here's the thing. When you lay down with Filipina, it's more than sex. If she lets you, dig in there or whatever, she's going to expect some stuff, man. There's no one night stands here.
Tempo.
So
David, when you go there to the Philippines, where are you actually going to be going?
That's changed a couple of times. It's more than likely it's going to be either Cebu or Dumaguete.
Okay.
I'm picking those two areas somewhere in that vicinity, more than likely. Yeah.
Okay.
I just, Calvin was talking about online dating earlier, and I think this is so important because I would say that most of the people watching this right now, we're all guilty of it, right? We're all guilty of getting online, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Filipino Cupid, and these women, they make us feel like that we're some kind of special. We got nice skin, we got nice this, we got nice that. And Calvin has been warning us for months and months what the real deal is. And it's not saying anything bad about the Filipina, because she can ultimately, at the end of the day, doesn't mean she can't fall in love with you. But she is looking just like American women here in the United States. If you broke, that limits your options, right? In the Philippines, I had seen one guy say he only got $1,200 a month in Social Security. He said, I'm not rich. Well, to the Filipina, that's rich. If you're making $1,000 a month, you're rich in the Filipina's eye. That's 5-6 times what the average Filipino makes. So she is looking to improve her life. That's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't think that you some kind of special, or that you got some kind of looks going on, or you got this or you got that. She's, at the end of the day, she's trying to improve her life. She's trying to improve her family's life, and you can't blame her for it. But a lot of men think that they special, and they get on these websites and they don't realize that she, like Calvin said, she's talking to 10 other men. So that's the reason why I did it, just out of boredom. Because I'm really not dating here, because I didn't want to fall in love with somebody here and stop my dreams. So, but I'm not getting anything serious until I get into country. When I get into country, I meet somebody, I see how we connect, see how we jive together, and then I'll make my decision.
I want to address this right here. Indai Lily's vlog. She says, why you don't want a Filipino to meet you at the airport? Because you want to date many? And well, here's the thing. We're coming 8,000 miles away from home to meet somebody. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're with the right one. And let me say this. As a matter of fact, Indai, you know that if the Filipina doesn't like me when I get there, she's not going to have a problem telling me that. She's not going to have a problem going on about her way. So it's a two-way street. You know, if you want fun and games, then stay on the dating site.
Hey, Calvin.
Calvin,
let me tell you, am I thinking about that? After flying, say, a minimum 18 hours, okay, you're going to be fatigued. You're not going to be totally alert like you should be. That's not a good time to be meeting a woman right after you walk out off a plane.
Yeah, see, that's being, now that I look back on it, that's being thirsty, man. I did it, and I got in trouble. Y'all don't understand. I'm giving y'all my experience. I'm just telling you. I'm not making these vlogs up. I'm telling you the mistakes I made. Hopefully they can help you. The woman that I met at the airport didn't look anything like she looked online. Okay?
Yeah.
I was stuck with her for a few days until I gave her some money and just asked her to leave. And she was angry with me. But right to this day, she's married to a German guy. She lives in Germany, and she's happy. But I'm telling you what happens to me, guys. You don't want to come over here and be stuck with a 3 when there's 9 and 10s running around that you could possibly meet. Okay?
And Calvin, keep talking about guys coming to quench their thirst. There's places you can go if you're that thirsty.
Yeah. You're thirsty. That's being thirsty.
Right.
If you get off as soon as you get off the plane, you go into the hotel and screw. Well, she got you then. Okay. She's got you now because she's not going anywhere.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying get off a plane and then take her to the hotel. I'm saying get off the plane, you go to the hotel, maybe get you some sleep so you can get rested up and get alert, and then you can decide on whether you want to meet her or not.
Yeah. But see, we're making commitments online, first of all.
Yeah.
That's how thirsty we are. We're making commitments online. we're already filling the girl's head up with stuff. You don't know if you're gonna stay with her or not. There's guys over here right now who are with women who don't want to be with them, but they can't get rid of the lady. Okay, and it's like this. He said, so by you guys saying leave the island, then I'm going to need to buy a decent boat. Thanks for that super chat.
Let me interject here on a couple on that, because I did that. I talked to the girl. I was talking to the girl online for 9 months. I get over here. I made the mistake. I meet her at the airport. She's with me for the first, at least the first 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. She told me, you don't know the girl. You're talking online. You don't know who she really is, and you hadn't met in person yet. And that's what happened to me. 2 weeks, I traveled, for the first 2 weeks I was with her. She said she was single, not married, no children. Turns out, and I didn't find out because until I got to where I'm at now, and the other Filipinos, she got to talking, and I picked up on a couple of things. Turns out she's got 4 kids, and she has an ex-husband.
Wow. Oh wow, ex-husband. So you mean she got an annulment over here?
Well, yeah. No, I say not an ex-husband, because you know how that goes here. There's no. It costs. I think they told me it costs about $3,000 to actually get an annulment, and it's very difficult. It takes a lot of time. But the biggest thing, and I've learned this the hard way. We're nice guys. In America, we don't have the poor and the poverty, and like most of my friends, and you see someone in need, a neighbor, you genuinely help them out. Here, you got to get a thick skin quick. And the biggest one, learn the word no, and don't be afraid to say no. It's that simple.
Jabril, let me ask you, how long did you date your wife before you met her, or before you married her?
Me?
Yeah, Jabril. Can you hear me? Okay, we can't hear you. But thanks, Bino, for that super sticker. But I want to go back to Leica. See, what they don't realize is this, guys. We're sacrificing a lot when we come over here to see them. We got one thing in our head, they got one thing in theirs. But here's the problem. The cultural differences are so big, man. More than likely, you're not going to hit it off with the first Filipina that you meet over here. That's just been the experience of so many of us because of those cultural differences. And maybe she wants to get married. Maybe you don't. Maybe she, it's just maybe like Dean. She said she don't have kids, but she does. We got to look after our best interest. It's not all about the Filipina, guys. We got feelings too.
Yep.
You're paying $1,000 for the ticket. You're flying at least 18 hours on the other side of the international timeline, by the way, on the other end of the planet. You're not just going to settle for anything. I mean, if you do, it's on you.
Yeah.
Calvin, I got a question for you and the panel. And my question is, what do you think has affected the Filipina the most? The economy or the internet?
Oh, I'm going to absolutely say, I'm going to say both, Fred. I can't say
Dana.
Because poverty is poverty. And you got to realize only 45% of Filipino adults have access to the internet. Okay? So you can't say internet can't be number one, but has it changed their perspective? Yeah. And the way they look at foreigners and their expectations? Absolutely, because they look at us, not all of them. Now, I'm not painting all Filipinos. I'm talking about the small percentage that go online. When they go online, guys, they're telling you, I want a foreigner. Okay, I want a new life. I want the visa, the lifetime opportunities. They're telling you that. Okay. They look at us as an opportunity. But they go hand in hand, really, Dana, because the poverty over here for the masses. I'm not talking about people like Leica and different ones who got good jobs and are living good. I'm talking about the masses of people over here are struggling really, really bad. And for a guy to come along with $1,200 every month, coming in every single month, she will take that in a heartbeat. Okay, so
For sure.
it's just replaced.
For sure.
They've been doing this a long time, Daniel. It just used to be, we used to have newspapers. Listen to me. Instead of the internet, Fred probably can tell you.
Yep.
I've got a guy on my, I hope he's on here today. He'll tell you how he met his Filipino wife. Somebody bought him a newspaper at work. He was in the break room and he's looking through it. And he picked out his wife. And they started writing pen pals together and they got together. It's just the internet now. You don't have a paper. You got the internet.
Brother Cal, if I can jump in if you don't mind. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was with my wife about 3 years. We dated. I mean, when I was still in Korea, of course. We lived together for 3 years, and then we know each other more. I mean, I knew her family. She knew my family. I mean, in the beginning it was rough. Different cultures. I'm from Gambia and here. She from the Philippines, whatever. But we clicked. We got more in common than less, whatever. And we talk about family and life because I was brought up to be. I mean, just love, be kind. If you have more, give some. Help people that are unfortunate and stuff. And we click in a way that, I mean, it's crazy, man. I swear to God. So yeah, we got married in 2015, and then we moved out to went to Hood, and I volunteered to go back to Korea just to get me closer to the family in the Philippines. So like every 4-day weekends or holidays and stuff, we pack up all the kids. We go in there, have a good time, which is good for the kids for their eyes open up to a different culture, and to see that, hey, you got really good. Well, look at these kids over here. I mean, I go in there, I see myself when I was a kid, all the stuff that I wanted that I couldn't get, whatever. So I wanted the kids to see it too. And then when I got stuck in there, like, what you doing? I cannot match what you're doing. But we did a little pandemic relief thing just 3 times. First time, I think we spent, $300. We fed about 100 families just for a day. We did it again, 96 families. We did it again, about 112 families, whatever. But it's just, my thing is, I was getting paid every 2 weeks. Everything was shut down. I mean, some people just go to work every day. That's their, that's what they live off of, whatever. You go in, you might make $10 a day and maybe less than that to feed your family. Everything was shut down. When I say shut down. So, I mean, it makes you think twice about it.
Yeah, you're a little different, though. Was your girlfriend, your wife was an OFW, right?
Yes, she was working at the hotel out there in Korea as a singer.
Yeah, you met her. You didn't meet her over here.
No, I didn't. We met in Korea.
Okay.
She just got home from work. Maybe you'll have a chat. Whatever. She just pull up. Yeah.
Big Stick Combat, he says it wasn't a newspaper. It's more like a brochure. I know because I wrote letters and mailed them. There was about a month gap between letters. And then he said, he said, what's now an internet profile was printed on a paper with maybe a single picture. You were buying her address, and often the addresses were wrong. She'd moved. See, the pandemic has created a different type of dating scene in the Philippines. See, all these games they used to play before, but now because people have gotten desperate, even more desperate, rather, because the little job they had, they no longer have it. Okay, you got 2 years to build up, your appetite, and they let the gates open, and now you got thousands of men coming over here at one time. That wasn't the case before. Now women have a choice. You know, they're choosing 4 or 5 men. When it used to be, if just one man made it over here, they were happy. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's a combination of both. Of Dana.
Okay.
There's a flip side to that, Calvin.
Yeah.
There's a flip side to that online. What I've learned since coming here is there's so many foreigners on the dating site that aren't serious about coming over here. So the Filipinas, it just perpetuates the game plan and then not being serious. Most of Filipinas, until you're here on the ground, part of them doesn't believe you're coming. So
absolutely,
they're like keeping you at arm's length anyway, because they really don't believe you're going to be here because they've been told, they've been told that over and over and over. And that's if you can weed through, the sea of online dating and find one that's actually serious, which is probably 1 out of 10,000. Maybe.
Yeah, it's more.
I think
now, okay, go ahead.
I think it's best, us foreigners, if we meet a Filipina that's not actively looking for a foreigner. In other words, why do I want to meet a Filipina that's on a website or some group that's actively, specifically looking for a foreigner? Why can't I wait to get in country and meet a beautiful Filipina at the mall that's just going about her daily life? She's just working her 9-to-5 job. She's not on no website. She's not on no groups. She's just living her life. And then I meet her. I strike up a conversation. We go have coffee, and bam, I just met a Filipina that's not actually looking to improve her life. You see what I'm saying?
I think you read my mind.
And that's exactly what you should do.
I wrote this down. I said to the panel that if you want something different, you got to do something different. We're getting the same thing when we get these women online. If you wanted something different, then do something different. Come over here, meet the lady face to face. Now, Leica says the men only talk about us scamming them. Not many talk about them trying to hook up with a bunch of peanuts. And you're right about that. Okay.
Not me.
No. But she's right. But you have to understand something. That's what y'all do. When y'all talk about us, you talk about the men. See, we're men. We're going to talk about the ladies. The ladies going to talk about the men. We got to talk about the things that we're going to experience, that we're going to run into. We're not going to run into men over here. We're running into Filipinos. Okay, but you're right. There is 2 sides of the story. But we ain't telling our side.
See,
nobody tells our side.
See, what happens, I think,
always the victim
is we live over here in the Western cultures, and so we're so used to instant gratification that we don't even realize that it's almost embedded in us. So, we live in a push button world. You push the button and something happens. And so it's hard for us to understand that great gap between the 2 cultures. Okay. And so these guys, they go on a website and it's like a catalog. Okay. And all you got to do is push the button. And the next thing you know, you're exchanging conversations and all of that. And that's what we're used to in the West because we live in a world of instant gratification. And the message here should be, guys, 2 words, slow down. I've had to do it. I know, and it was hard. But, once you get outside of the bubble, then you can see what it's like being in the bubble, and you get this great awakening, because it's like it's my life. Okay. And how do I want to live the rest of my life? Some of you guys have heard me talk about the quality of life before. Well, you can't rush into the quality of life. You got to take your time. You got to build that quality of life 1 brick at a time.
Yeah, see, here's the thing I got about the dating sites. It's the same women, guys, that we're chasing. We're chasing the same women, guys. They only have a pool of women on these dating sites. Majority of Filipinos are on dating sites. Now, Lily's blog says we can't also blame them for thinking like that because nowadays most of the Filipino wants foreign men for pleasure or money, but hope they're not generalizing all Filipinos. No, I've been over here long enough, Inday, on and off for 13 years, over 3.5 years now, consecutively. I don't do that. That's why I always say the small percentage of women who put themselves on those dating sites, they're not on there for love. Initially, it's all about what you can do for them. Do you fall in love on down the line? A lot of people do. Okay? But we have to talk about our best interest because nobody's looking after our best interest over here. The Filipinos not. We have to. Otherwise, you're going to end up like that guy that was on that famous video. See? The Filipino, even though he may want to help the man, he can't help him. He's not in a position to help him. So we got to help each other. So that's what my channel's about. I'm going to tell you about the pitfalls. Right now, you got good girls online playing games. Okay, you get a man, he's serious, he wants to meet you, but you've got 2 and 3 other men lined up because the pandemic has created that.
Yes,
now,
yes.
When everything settles down and men aren't rushing over here like they were before, you're going to pay a price. See? Because we're going to know now. We're going to be choosy. We're going to stop choosing the first Filipino we see. We're going to look around. We're going to date multiple women because it's not against the law to date multiple women. Okay? Because you're doing it. So we're going to do it. Period.
Yeah, and I found, Calvin, that the pandemic has created several Filipinos that, they're getting online. Sometimes I'd get online and from the first hello on the chat conversation, within 3 or 4 messages back, they're asking for money, asking for load for their phone, asking for money. But the pandemic has created desperation. I mean, it really has. Now I'm here. I see it. I see the aftermath. So I think it's Filipinos that never would do that in their life. They would never ask. They would never try to scam online. It's increased that out of desperation.
And you know what? I think the men, the flip side of that is, I think the men are desperate too. We don't like to admit that we get lonely, right? We don't like to admit that there's something missing in our lives, whether it be just having that woman in our lives, right? So,
right.
So that Filipina, that's what I was saying before. I did it out of boredom because me as a grown man, even having employees, having my daughters, having my family and friends, there's that missing link in my life that's not there. So what I feel that missing link by talking to Filipinas online, knowing that it's not going to be anything serious. But I think some of these men, they get wrapped up in this world, in their fantasy, in their head, somehow believing that she's falling in love and he's falling in love. And it all stems from loneliness. That's exactly what it is. She knows you're lonely. She knows you lonely. And so she's going to take advantage of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Are there good women online? Absolutely. But it's a manfield, guys. The dating sites are a manfield. So if you want to take a chance and walk across a damn field full of mans and get your ass blown up, then go ahead. Or you can have a guy like me. I'm a guy. I've been through the field before. I can show you where the mans are. So you can avoid them. That's really all I'm trying to be, because you're going to have to touch on a couple of profiles and they're going to blow up on you. It's happened to all of us. But I would say the best way to do it is to come over here and meet a woman, because it's not hard. Filipinos are very, they're humble. They're very approachable. They're not like in America. They're not going to shoot you down like that. they're going to almost apologize to you for not liking you. But we're afraid of beauty. We're afraid of beautiful women. So we'll choose the 3 or 4 or 5. Okay? And that's what we end up doing. And then when you get over here and you walking hand in hand with this 3 in the mall and you see all these beautiful women, you're going to be sorry, man. You're going to be stuck with her.
Hey, Calvin, how can you avoid that? I'm really curious about that because here in America, you know, it's different. You date a woman, you have sexual relations with a woman. You can just, you know, just quit talking to her, quit answering her phone calls or whatever. But if I'm interested in that because, like me personally, I only want one good woman. That's it. But like you said, it may take a few dates, 5, 6 dates. It may take a little bit to find that special woman. So my question to you is, how far can a foreigner take it with a female as far as dating before she claims you as hers?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't lay down with her then. Because once you lay down with her, it becomes something else. See, the rules are different over here, David. We're not in America anymore.
Right.
You basically got to play by their rules over here. So, you know, or be real slick about it. But that's only going to get you in more trouble. I wouldn't lay down with her. That's a fact.
Okay.
Because you can understand, they can get you in big trouble over here. You meet a woman that's into you and you break her heart, she can go to the police. Man, there was an American guy over here. I want everybody, when you get off this live stream, to go and research this. He did 5 years in a Filipino prison because a woman falsely accused him of rape. Over here, there's no due process.
Wow.
You're guilty until they prove you innocent. Took them 5 years to prove his innocence. To add insult to injury, when he got out of the prison, the immigration tacked on 5 years worth of overstay fees. His mother and family had to pay that for him to get out of the country. So just think about that, guys. You know, this isn't no fun and games. If you want fun and games, just go to the bar, man, and pay. You know, it's cheaper anyway. Go to the bar, whatever the bar fan is, pay for that, and get your jollies on that way. But when you come over here dealing with real women, man, you got real consequences.
Yep.
You know,
Good advice.
You made a good point, Calvin. I think a lot of Westerners don't know. When you visit this, it's not like you're America. If you can visit Mexico, for example, you go to Mexico for however long you're going to go on a vacation, come right back home. Here in the Philippines, you have to get cleared to be able to leave the country. You have to go through a process before you can leave this country.
You got to be there for 6
months. This isn't the country you want to go make mistakes in at all.
That's right. Absolutely.
You got to be there for 6 months, right? For that.
I'm not sure about that one.
No. Anytime you leave, you got to pay that. 6 months is you need the ECC, the exit clearance.
Right.
You stay in the country 6 months. That's what you're talking about, David.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exit clearance. Yes.
But anytime you go to extend your visa, they do a check. They make sure you're not on Filipino blacklist. They make sure that they run your passport. You're not wanted by Interpol. They do all of that when you go just to extend in this country. But there's different rules over here. I'm going to go back to what Victor Alexander asked. He said, Calvin, why don't you get some strong-minded Filipinas on the panel? Well, I tried that, Victor, and you can't get any information out of them. It's like pulling teeth because they're not going to give you the nitty-gritty. They're proud. This is their culture. They're not going to act against their beliefs. They don't come on here and say, oh, yeah, I met Calvin because, I knew that he had a good job. He's got a nice passive income coming in. They're not going to talk about the unspoken agreement. They're not going to talk about the girlfriend experience. They're not going to talk about all of that actual facts, 100% facts that go on over here. They'll never do it. So why bring them on here? If I get some women that want to come on here, the only one I had like that was Esmeralda Roger and Ismi Vlogs, because she's never dealt with a foreigner before. She came on here and was giving some real nitty gritty. She said, I was on the dating site and nobody ever chose me. She said, I came on there. She said this. She said, I like black men, she said. You know, she was talking because she isn't westernized. Now you get Leica, you get people like some of these Filipino vloggers that been with Western men, that been in and out of the country. They're not going to come over here and tell you the real story. They're going to sugarcoat it. And I don't want that sugarcoating on my channel. If you're not going to be about the real deal, then don't do it. So I won't do it.
For our new folks on the panel, I have a question. So, you're in the Philippines, Texas.
Yes.
Dale, you're talking about moving over. What are you looking for in a Filipino when you go there? You're looking for one that's professional, got something going for itself, no kids?
Is that for me? You asking me?
Both of you guys. Both of you.
Go ahead. You go first.
Well, for me, I would prefer somebody that's educated, but not necessarily working, because I'm going to travel all over the Philippines. I'm going to do nothing but travel. And so my girlfriend will not be able to work because of that. And she will be going with me. So it would be nice to meet somebody that is educated, somebody with no kids, because again, it's hard to travel with kids. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Somebody that's not looking for a foreigner. That's key for me. I don't want to meet somebody that's looking for a foreigner. And
did you say you had kids, David?
Yeah, I've got 2 daughters. Yeah, one's in college.
But she can't have kids.
Well, yeah, but they're different. They're different. Let's explain why. My kids is not going to be in mine and her relationship 24/7. See, my kids are in college. So it's different between me having kids and them being in the States, and her having kids and they being there 24/7 and not being able to travel. See, I'm wanting to travel all over the country. These kids, they got school, right? They got to go to school. How are they going to be able to travel and go to school? So everybody's got their own reasons of why they do things.
Yeah. Brasilero Shelton, thanks for that super chat. He said, David from Tennessee is speaking my language and my concerns. I think it's best to stay off the sites. Wait till you get there and just take your time. I'm not going to fall in those stupid pitfalls. And that's really good. That's a good idea. Because if I could do it all over again, which obviously I can't, I would never have come on the dating sites, because you don't need to go on the dating sites. Filipinos are very approachable. You could come over here and get introduced to somebody. Look at what happened to Buck up in Angeles City. He was introduced to, a beautiful woman. And boom, I don't know if they're going to make it or whatever, but hell, he did a whole lot better than if he'd have been searching through all them damn pages of women, because we don't know a good woman when we see one. They know a good man, but we don't know a good woman, man. You can't find a good woman on that dating site. It's going to be hard, guys.
I'm
How about you, Dale?
Yeah, I'm a little bit different. I come over here. I came over here. I'm single. I have no children. Divorced about, I think I'm going on about 8 to 10 years. So I'm coming over here as a single guy. And I had the same, just like him. I just want one good woman. Well, that got blown out of the water as soon as I got here. I mean, now I'm back to, missing that 20, partying when you're in your 20s. And I actually have not paid a bar fine and messed with a bar girl. I've been in the bars. I've looked at them, you don't have to. My biggest advice I can give the newcomers coming here, and even the younger they are, the best advice, just get here. Don't worry about meeting a girl online. You don't have to. If you're a 2 in the States, you're a 10 in the Philippines. You don't have to approach them and look for them. They'll come up to you. They do it every day. I can't walk from here to downtown to the water where I'm at is maybe a 3-minute walk. I get approached no matter if it's morning, evening, middle of the night. It doesn't matter. I get approached 4 or 5 times just walking the equivalent of a quarter mile every single day. Every day.
Yeah.
So just
and
get here,
enjoy
enjoy life for a little while, you know?
It's the same reasons,
life.
but it's the same reasons that they approach you online. It's for the same exact reasons. They see the opportunity in you. Yeah. They see the visa, they see the new life, and all of that. That's why I tell guys, you know, it's better. A Filipina's gonna say things to you online that she would never say to you in person. She would never say to you in person. But online, she's gonna say stuff, man. They're gonna do stuff. You got old women over here showing their bodies on the camera, trying to get a man to come over here. Because the pandemic's doing that, man. You get 60 and 70-year-old women, you know. It's a terrible sight, guys. You don't want to see it, okay? Just take my word for it, Dana. You don't have to look for it online. It's there.
You have to get me today,
bad
huh?
stuff going on.
You have to get me today, huh?
No, I'm just letting you know. Don't look for it. It's on there. You believe? You don't believe?
I got to tell you. I got to tell you something.
Huh?
I got to tell you something. So, same subject. I was sitting at one of the local bars. It's kind of cool, a floating bar out in the middle of the water, and foreigner has been here. He was actually vacationing in my area. He lives and works in Manila. Has been there for a decade, and the way he said it to me, it reinforces exactly what you've been saying on your channel. You have the royal flush. This is the way he put it. Here, number one is pay to play. Period. It's pay to play. The love comes later. It's just the way it is here.
And maybe it never.
He said, shoot for the moon and the stars. Go set your goal. He said, go after the equivalent of a Filipina movie star or a runway model here. Don't settle at all. And, you know, and I'm talking to a guy that, I mean, he wasn't the best looking guy. He's big old gut, bald head, glasses thick as coke. You know, in America, he's the guy that would never get the girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there talking to him. I'm on this bar. I'm talking to him for 30 minutes, right? And I'm kind of looking at him. The other foreigners are looking at him, and they're all kind of like, yeah, he's kind of BSing and, you know, all that. Next thing you know, none of us knew it, but his wife, his Filipino wife, was on the bar on the other side. She comes walking around, and the whole bar went silent. She looked like a model.
Yeah.
She one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
The only thing about
and everybody just shut up. It was like, okay, I get it now. I understand. I get it.
Think about this though. The prettier, you know, seeking out the most beautiful woman maybe sound good in theory, but the only issue with that is, and I think Calvin would probably agree with this, is that the more prettier you get, the more beautiful the woman gets, the riskier it becomes. And that why is she picking me? Like, why is she picking me? I myself would rather have a 6 or a 7 and it being an authentic Filipina that's going to stay with me through thick and thin than to date some supermodel that's just with me to improve her life. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well,
that's that Western thinking. When you get here, you'll understand that 10 still, they're the same. They're the same. They have a good heart. The Filipinos are good people, and she will take care of you. No matter if you think she's a 2 or you think she's a 10, they're the same. That's been my experience.
Yeah,
You'll understand once you get here.
And what I'm saying, it's okay. So there's women there. There's beautiful women there, right, with bad intentions, right? So what I'm saying is,
yeah.
The more prettier that woman is, you're talking about a dime piece, the riskier it is of getting involved with her, and the reasoning why she's picking a 60-year-old man versus a 20-year-old Filipino man, right? So why is she picking that 60-year-old man versus, say, a 5 or a 6 Filipina, right, that's not looking for a foreigner, and you just strike up a conversation with her? What I'm saying is there's less likelihood of that Filipina actually doing do something that's going to ruin you or break your heart or cheat on you or use you, that sort of thing.
That supermodel's not going to pick.
One simple rule.
I'm just going to say that supermodel's not picking you. She's picking your wallet.
One simple rule is
of course.
take your time. If you meet
I know that.
David doesn't realize, though. They all are. They all are. So
They
you
are
might
picking your
as well
wallet.
go for the you might as well go for the 10. They all are going for you for your wallet.
They're going for your wallet over here. Okay.
Yeah, but it costs less over here, Dana. And the women look a lot better over here. Who wants the 5'3" lady over 165 pounds with 4 kids? I'm not giving you a damn. But they want your money too.
They all do. But some are more motivated.
My advice to him, serious advice to him, is like go for the 10, but just keep one rule in mind. Find out if take your time with her. Don't get too serious too fast. Take your time and find out is she just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside.
There you go.
Follow that rule.
Yeah,
okay.
And a lot of them are. See, because
a
lot of the beautiful women over here, David, they don't even consider themselves beautiful. Nobody's ever told them they're beautiful. They're very humble, man. They're very approachable. But we bring our thinking over here, and if we're used to dating 3s and 4s in America, you're going to come over here and date a 3 or 4. We are afraid of beauty, guys, and you might as well admit it. These beautiful women over here, they're interested in you. They want you to approach them, but we're afraid. We're afraid of beautiful women. Just admit it. Hey, Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, Google celebrating Route 66 today. I keep thinking about the guy that said he was going to the Philippines to meet a 66-year-old woman. Yeah, he was serious too, by the way. He wasn't playing around because he didn't know any better. He was 67. He wanted a woman his age, Fred. He's programmed over there in America. They said if you 50 in America, you need a 50-year-old woman. I showed y'all
if I was a single guy at my age, I'm not looking for no 66-year-old. 68-year-old. I figure at my age, I'd be looking for somebody probably in their late 30s or early 40s. Absolutely. Is probably where I would go.
Absolutely. John Franks, thanks for that super chat. He says, my P9 doesn't know who Willie Nelson is. Yeah. It's a hard no for me. I have
these guys don't know it. It's culture shock.
Yeah, but she knows. They know Willie Nelson over here. They like country music over here.
Sure.
Well, his doesn't.
No, he says if his Filipina doesn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. But the thing is, like Dean said, you might as well, swing for the fences.
That brings up a good point, Calvin, because
you don't have nothing to lose. Okay, so what? He says no. But they all want you for your money. They all want you for the opportunity, man.
Nothing.
It's an unspoken agreement, guys. Don't come over thinking you're special.
Hey, Calvin, they want us for our money. We want them for something else.
That's right.
So win-win situation
Stop talking
here.
about what the Filipino wants. Start talking about what you want. See, that we never talk about what we want. Who cares what you want? It's none of my business what she wants. Let's talk about what I want. See?
They know exactly what time it is.
Yeah. But you better know what you want when you get over here, or you're not going to get it. You know, it's like I'm an insurance agent. A lot of people don't make it in the sales business because they're afraid to ask for the sale, Fred. See? And it's the same thing when you get over here with the Filipino. They're afraid to ask for the sale. I'm not. I'm going for the gusto on the first night. I've never messed with a Filipino, and I didn't get it the first night because, hey, I know what's at stake. I know the game. I'm trying to tell y'all the game. Y'all don't want it. You come over here and marry a woman for 2 weeks? Come on, man. Hey, regular Joe Travels, thanks for that super chat. He says, that's right. Leave the 10s for the rest of us. He's talking to you, David.
Hey, listen, I've dated nothing but 10s my whole life, buddy. Nothing but 10s my whole life. That I promise you.
But, you know, one man's 10 is another man's 3. Yeah. You know, we all got different standards, man. That's a fact. Hey, Joshua, thanks for the super chat. He said, a damn piece are often high maintenance. Careful, fellas. Just leave them to me, the younger foreigner. Good show, Calvin. Yeah, you can't handle it either.
Yeah.
But it's not the Filipino, guys. Let me reiterate something. Let me repeat this to you guys. She's not our problem. We are our worst enemy over here. It's really not the Filipino, guys. You can look straight through her. You know what she wants, really. Okay? And she thinks she knows what you want. But we're our worst enemy. When we start sending money, they don't even have to ask us for money, guys. We send it to them. All right? They don't even ask us to marry them. We start the visa process. Hell, we don't even know their middle name, Fred.
That's true.
You know, we're the worst enemy. I'm not going to marry a woman over here. The Filipino I married, we was together 4 years before we got married. I knew her inside and out. And you say, well, why you're not together now? It wasn't because we didn't love each other and we didn't have a good relationship. We did. She was worried about that damn visa, not realizing you married to me, dummy. The visa's always going to be there. She wants to live in America. I said, no, I'm living over here. So that was it. But yeah, guys, we're our worst enemy. These women really, the scams that they try to pull on us, we can see them from a mile away. You can stop them at any time. But we don't. We fall in love. We get pussy whooped. Our bone. And it clouds your man. Yeah. Next thing you know, she's making plans to divorce you and bring her Filipino boyfriend over. But let's leave Leica saying, thanks for the super chat, Leica. She says, Alpha, Dave, you have lots to learn before coming here. Alpha, you talking about buying houses here? Okay, let's buy a house together. We'll kick input next day and move my family in. You a gullible dude. Wow.
What?
He said you're gullible talking about buying houses over here.
No, I buy houses in America.
Oh, okay.
I've invested real estate in the United States. I've got several rental properties here. I'm not buying no damn real estate in the Philippines.
God I am says just don't bring the 10 out the country on a visa if you're scared.
Hold on, bro. Yeah. Let me jump in, man. My thing is like everybody's like, I'm not house in the Philippines. I mean, I know my situation is different. So me having kids with a Filipino, that's big, that's straight up family. And me wanting to retire back in the Philippines, but like I don't want to retire over here. It's just I've seen one of my neighbors before was 63 years old, retired, got his Social Security, disability, military retirement, married, and got divorced again for the 6th fucking time. Sorry for my language. So I mean, I know I'm young. I'm probably the youngest one in the panel now. I mean, I'm almost 46, whatever. But I mean, I travel all over, whatever. But it's like me. I mean, after I've been to the Philippines, whatever. I mean, everybody got their own. I mean, own choices and stuff, whatever. So me, I know. Even when I told my CEO, hey, we got a lot in the Philippines, whatever. That's like a year ago. Everybody jumping. Oh, you dumb, you stupid, you this. I'm like, okay, got it. My first marriage, I lost a house through the divorce, whatever. That $325,000 house. That's back in 2007. That wasn't crazy. And I put a lot of money on that thing. Basically lost everything. So imagine getting a house over here, paying a 30-year mortgage.
Yeah.
That I can, let's say, I mean, after retirement, whatever, work for like, I mean, with the retirement disability, whatever, get another job, like 3 incomes. I mean, a year or 2, do their own little house, something simple. I'm trying to go all crazy, whatever. I mean, live happily, peacefully. I hope so. What I'm just saying, it just, I mean, the benefit just outweighs all the trouble and stuff over here. That's from just me on my own. I mean, that's just me. I mean, I don't know. Everybody got their own, I mean, little stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think for me, it's more beneficial for me. I mean, I ain't got to worry about, I mean, I don't want to go political and all this stuff, whatever. But me being in Kentucky, I know you're from Kentucky, whatever. Jesus. I mean, I got here within a couple of months. I want to get the hell out of here, to be honest. I mean, I ain't got no choice. I mean,
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
You notice how many female participants you've gotten today?
Yeah, 3.
Well, that's 2 more than you usually get.
Well, you got really, I'm glad you said participating because a lot of them watch, but they don't say anything. But let me read this because she says not all Filipinos is for money. Some are choosing honest guys. Mostly are looking for serious and long-term relationships. Okay, well, if that's true, then let me ask you, why would you want to date a man who lives 8,000 miles from you when there's so many nice-looking Filipino men who live next door, right up the street, work on the job with you? There's something about a foreign man that makes him attractive, especially one that's 25 and 30 years older than you. I mean, see, let's be honest. Love does develop. But Marilyn will tell you, Marilyn was chatting 3 men when I met her, okay? I got here first. She wanted help. She said, I'm tired of taking care of my kids by myself. I can't get any help from the father. See, these are the type of women I deal with. They're honest. They're open. I already knew, though. What the hell you want me for? You know, you don't even know me. It's pay for play. She knows that I can offer her a new life, Fred. See, and I wasn't lying. I built her a house over here. She's rich now beyond her wildest dreams. Okay? So don't tell me that it's not about money. It is. Now, does she love me now? Absolutely, she does. But that was on down the line. You know, maybe a year later or something like that. But, you know, I'm sorry. Don't come on here with that, oh, it's not about money. Well, what is it about then?
Well, she did say not all Filipinos.
Well, I'm just saying, though, the ones that you're going to meet online, they're online to meet a foreigner.
Well, yeah.
For a reason. For a reason.
All I got to say is, man, online, okay, I've never been online. I mean, never, ever. Things like, I mean, some people did. I mean, for whatever reason, I got it. I ain't here trying to judge nobody, whatever, but buy a ticket, go to the Philippines. I've been there 12 times. I swear to God, man. Go, be humble, be yourself. You ever see me call when I first met when I went to see my wife's parents, whatever, I was scared. I'm like, I'm black, you know, all this. I mean, not just black, but being African and black over here, it's like, it's crazy. It's like, no, my family's not like that. And I saw that firsthand. I went in there, they loved me like nothing. And it's like, I mean, it's just be yourself. Filipinos are the most humble, loving, giving human beings I ever seen in my life, man. I swear to God. Go take it. Yeah, spend an extra $2,000. Buy a ticket, $1,500, whatever. Go in there for a week or 2, whatever. Just be yourself, man. I mean,
yeah, that's great. That's great.
That's all I'm saying.
Information. But see, that's the problem. We come here, our pants are on fire, Jabril, and that's what gets us in trouble. If we can tear up that script that they've got, it's a script over here, guys. I've been telling y'all that ever since I started my channel. If you do something that's outside of that script, you're gonna see what you got. Here's the script. I meet you online. We develop an online relationship. I get off the plane. You meet me at the airport. We go back to the hotel. We screw all day for 2 or 3 days. You take me to see the family. You go back home and start the visa process. That's the script. Okay? Now, if you come over here, you don't meet her at the airport. You don't screw on the first night. You don't meet the family right away. Okay? You just come over here. You on vacation. You going around the Philippines. The woman that you eventually may marry is probably living on Bohol Island. She's not even on Cebu or Luzon. I am Mindanao. It's too spread out. It's too many variables over here for us to be in a hurry. But we're our worst enemy. You've already screwed up before you even get on the plane.
I ain't talking Yeah, I swear to God, man, because I met my wife in Korea or whatever. I mean, you know how many people came up to me like, what the heck? They should call us Bidu and the Bees, or Beyonce and Jay-Z. So, I mean, just be yourself. That's it. Be yourself, have a good heart, and just, I mean, that's it. It's that simple. No,
AJ Eckley, thanks for the super chat. He said, Mr. Calvin, how are you? I'm glad I don't have to worry about any of that. Filipinos will stay away from me because they all think I'm broke. Yeah, because he's a Filipino American. And when they see him, they're just going to see a Filipino. But no, you probably got the inside track, see, because Filipinos really want a Filipino man. Only a small percentage date us, really. I mean, so you probably in better shape than most of us are, AJ.
All I'm saying, I want to be like Fred, man. You're my hero, Fred.
Thanks for that super chat. Said Calvin, that's the blueprint you just said, brother. It is, man. That's the script. But if you come over and screw it up, like, no, I'm not going. Yo, if you want to meet me, we can. But I'm going to Bohol in 2 days, and I'm going by myself. So if you want to come and stay with me at the hotel, that's on you. But I'm telling you, I'm going to Boracay in a week, and you're not coming with me. And you'll see how they act. They want to get you hooked. You're the lottery ticket for a lot of these women, man. Not all of them, but a lot of them. The ones who they intentionally put themselves where you can find them. See, the dating sites, these are geniuses on these dating sites. They got us thinking that we're choosing the woman, like going through all these pages. No, the woman's choosing you. She, you get all of those emails, and remember, she gets the response back. So now she's looking at all of these men. She's doing the choosing, guys. So why don't you do the choosing? Why don't you just come over here, put your balls, take them out of the suitcase, put them back where they go, come over here and strike up a conversation with a woman. Okay.
I tell you, Calvin, I think half the guys going on the dating site, they're in so much of a hurry to get here, but they just haven't pulled that trigger, bought the plane ticket, and gone over and get over here and just go. What they do is they want it so much they've never been on a dating site. Like he said, he's never been on a dating site. Well, there's a whole bunch of guys that've never been on a dating site. They want to get here so bad, but they can't get here quick enough, so they go on the dating site, and they're creating half the problem for themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you're so thirsty, hell, just beat off before you get over here. I would. You did it before. I would take all the confusion out of the situation, because that's why you're coming over here. A lot of you guys, you're not going to admit it. You're starved. You're you're sexually frustrated. You haven't had a good roll in the hay in a long time. And that's why you're going to end up doing something stupid. So right before you get on the plane, go ahead, because you're familiar with these. You're familiar with this. Go ahead.
Hey, Calvin, I still say.
This is who you want to get engaged to. Get engaged to this one first.
You know, but I still say, if you can't do that, when you do get in town, there's a lot of places you can go get your thirst quenched first. You know, if you want to meet the other girl later on. Yeah. Yeah.
Get off the plane, go find where you can get an oil change and a lube job. Get your front end aligned.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then it'll clear your thinking up. Because I don't care how good the woman look. Once you bust that first one, she goes from a 10 to about a 4 anyway. Right, Fred? She's not anymore.
And the thing is, it all depends on what you're coming over there for.
Like
okay?
Yeah,
I mean, are you coming over because you're saying that. If that's what you come over there for, that's fine. But if you want to come over and you really want to meet yourself a good lady, you need to take the time and look around. You know, and you know, and they're there, but you're not always going to meet them on a dating site. You know, not all the time.
Thanks, like for the super chat. She must like you, Dave.
Let me
She's
respond.
on you today. She says, Alpha Dave, I just wanted to tell you, with all your houses, all your money, and all your muscle flexing, I date Fred 1,000,000 times before. I'm big on morals and values, something you're not. Wow.
Wow. So
I think she's asking you out on the date. I think she's asking you out on the date.
yeah, I don't know. She sounds to me like a hater. To me, listen, I've got. Let me be clear here, right? I'm not rich. I got a few rental properties, okay, that I worked my ass off for 60, 70, 80 hours a week, okay? I don't have to explain myself to you. I've not sit here and flexed my muscles, but I will if you want me to, baby. I'll flex. If you want me to flex, I'll flex, baby. Okay? I'm not rich. I introduced myself to the panel and to the viewers to tell people how I was going to pay for my stay in the Philippines. That included a few rental properties. That included me selling this flip that I'm in now. Okay. I don't have a lot of money. Don't claim to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is for you, baby doll. This is for you.
She wants you to win her over, man.
Hey, send Calvin some more super chats. Hey, if I get on your nerves that bad and you keep sending them super chats, I'm all for it, baby.
Dave, you wild.
Let's go. She's going out today. Yeah, I got rid of that spam alert. I got rid of them. But yeah, see, a lot of guys are coming over here for sex, and that's the problem. You know, you can have sex without getting married and without being a damn fool. That's what the bars are for over here. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want a 10, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, it's cheaper to pay for it over here than to have a serious relationship. Just
but you better look for that Adam's apple first.
Yeah. That's right. Well, you can go like this too. If the arm is straight, if it don't, I'll just go ahead and grab her by the pussy. Hell.
Okay, Donald.
Okay, Trump.
for all these guys that back home saying that it's not, they want love and it's not about money. You got a girlfriend back in the West. You got a wife. It costs you more.
It's even worse.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah,
you're already paying where you came from.
That's what I'm about to say.
The same. That's the same. No matter where you are in the world, it's just cheaper here. It's that simple.
It's cheaper here. It's
just
cheaper here, man.
If you just want sex, go to Colombia, go to Brazil, go to Panama, and have yourself a good time and save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. You don't have to go across the international date line.
You could be here. I mean, let's say you're a millionaire over here. All the females now I think gonna throw themselves at you. So we've been in on the Filipinos so much. But my thing is like that's any way you go in the universe, whatever.
That's right.
Somebody's gonna throw themselves at you. So if you're making, let's say, $4,000 a month in the Philippines, whatever, okay, you're good. If you're making $1 million over here, may God be with you. They're gonna throw themselves at you. It's anyway universal rule. That's what I'm saying. About the Filipinos,
but you're not getting the same quality in your home country than you're getting over here. Okay, let's say that it is wait. Hold on, Dana. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Even if the rules are the same, Jabril, I'd rather have a woman 20 years younger than me.
There you go.
Keep herself in shape and, with a beautiful disposition.
True.
If I got to pay, I'd rather pay for that than some fat, sloppy, woman who, don't appreciate me no matter what I do. You see what I'm saying? If I got to pay, I'm going to pay over here.
Calvin, boy, you know what? You're thinking more like me every day. My point was very simple. In the Philippines, you don't have to deal with that social stigma of she's too young for you. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
That is one of the major allures to men in the West about the Philippines. Because first of all, the men don't care. The Filipino man don't care what your girlfriend's age is and what your age is. He don't care. So that frees up Western men to say, well, daggone it, I'm not going to have some kind of have a lot of social pressure on me because I'm dating a woman that's 30 years younger than me. Hell yeah, he'll go to the Philippines. And you're right. He goes over there with his hair on fire.
And it's not just the Philippines. It's Asia, East and West.
They look at sex a lot different over here too. They don't use the sex as a bargaining tool over here. They do, but just right at the beginning. After that, you get it just about any time you want it. That's what we want, guys. Give a man sex, peace, and a good meal, and leave him alone. That's all we want, man. We low maintenance, guys.
I want to thank you.
And they know how to handle us over here.
That's the quality of life.
That's what we want. That's what we want. You can get that over here.
On that motion, 2 o'clock in the morning, anytime. Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, say hi, babe.
Hi.
That's true.
3 in the morning, like, God, that life is good, right? I mean,
it doesn't take a lot.
This for Dave and all the newcomers coming here. The one thing, I think the biggest thing about this whole topic that the Western men do not understand, there's so many things that are 100% opposite, east to west. When it comes to dating, when you get here, if you're looking for the one good woman, you said, you take your time, you date, you get to know each other. That doesn't happen here. No matter how hard you try. You're over here trying to go 5 miles an hour. The Filipinos going 1,000 miles an hour. That's how the relationships go here. They go. They're ready. They're ready to go. They're ready to get married in a week. It don't matter.
That down.
With foreigners, yeah.
It's true. It's hard. It's like another example. Our idea of dating here, they call it courtship. And it's an old tradition that the younger Filipino generation doesn't even follow it anymore. It's just the opposite. It's about compatibility and it's about a better life for them. Straight up. Love comes later.
Thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm a black man and I think David and I are twins. Tell her, David, my brother, she doesn't know who she's messing with. Christoph Wolfgang, thanks for the super chat. He said, I just sent the Filipinos some cash, so I seen you something too. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
But
he's listening to your site. He's listening to you.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, like, I just want to say I still love you, baby girl. I still love you, even though you're a hater. I still love you. So, send me a private message.
He said, just whack off. He said, just whack off and watch porn. It's cheaper. It is. You don't even got to buy a plane ticket over here to do that.
You asked Dave asked how to slow it down, and it's real simple. You don't need to play games here. You don't need to hide anything. You don't need to worry about hurting. Just be upfront and honest with them. Just tell them straight, hey, I'm new here. I just got here. I want to take my time. I'm not in a hurry for a serious relationship. And you'll know if you say those words to her and she's gone, move on to the next guy, you'll know that's going to be your metric of how to slow it down. You'll know if there's more than money there.
That's my plan, is just to go on some dates, get to know some people, and of course tell them, hey, this is not a relationship. This is just trying to get to know you. We don't got to have sex. Just get to know you to see I want to be with long term. Like, they're trying to have sex on the first night. You may think that's not true, but I'm not trying to have sex on the first night because I want to move there, live there, and meet that right person. So I'm going to take advice.
They are.
I'm going to take Calvin's advice and not
over here too, man. It's the same thing over here, and it's the same thing. I mean, we've been in. I mean, a lot of people have been out in the Filipinos, but I'm saying it's worse over here. You got
it's
little
universal,
whatever. People just jump on your back. Got little cats.
It's universal.
That's what I'm saying. Just be you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, Tiny Tim, he says a lot of the same things I'm saying. He says you can date younger women in the West. You just have to be rich enough. Nobody cared Donald Trump was much older than his wife. It's the same in the West. We're just not rich enough. And that's the same thing I was saying when people say, oh, the Filipino wants you for money. Like the women over in the West don't want these ugly-ass athletes and entertainers and CEOs for their money. That's the reason why. Look at Tracy Morgan. Look at the beautiful woman he be dealing with, man. Come on. It's because he's rich and famous, man.
Yep.
Same thing's going on over here, guys. I don't care. But Dean is right. The Filipino's going 1,000 miles an hour with the foreigner. She's not doing that with the Filipina. She's doing it with the foreigner. And I warned y'all this all the time. She wants to speed you up. That's when you guys say, hold on, I'm not ready to get married yet. That's what happened to, look, man, I had a close to a 10 as I've ever had with my son's mother. She was beautiful, man, but she was trying to speed me up, wanting me to marry her, get a visa and all that. I just got out of divorce, lady. Slow down. That's, she's going to marry you, but hell, slow your ass down.
They really are, Dave. They're 1,000 miles an hour. You'll understand as soon as you get off, within an hour getting off the plane, you'll understand that 1,000 miles an hour, and you're gonna have to stay focused on what you want, what you want that's best for you, and you have to slow them down.
What's she doing?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Come over here so that she can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you wanted to come in here?
Yeah. I can.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I forgot we're going to the mountains, and they'll be over here in a minute. She just reminded me, and the manicurista is in here. That's another thing, guys, that I like about being over here. I get a manicure and a pedicure, Fred, just because it's so cheap. I never had it over there.
Hey, Calvin, I get a manicure here. It costs me $30.
Wow. Well, when I first came here, it cost me 30 pesos. Now it's 60. 60 pesos. But
oh, wow. $1.50. Oh, man.
There was an interview I did with that Filipino couple in Bantayan Island, and he said, I said, what's something you want to tell guys about the Philippines? He says that you'll get used to certain things over here that you don't want to let go of. And it'll
Yeah.
keep you over here in the Philippines. And he was exactly right. One of them is the 24-hour Filipino tune-up. You get that every single day. I don't want to give that up. The minute I get back to America, I'm going dry. I'll be dry as a bone, Fred. I want to hold on to that.
Yeah, your front end will be wobbling all around.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
can go down this. I can go down. Actually, I don't even have to walk down the street. You pick up the phone, and a 1 hour, $8 massage.
That's right.
A real massage. And I ain't talking about the happy ending. I'm talking about the normal. What costs you $100 for a massage in America? $8. You ain't gonna want to give that up.
Yeah. But I want to thank everybody for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, man. I want to thank my panel. I'm going to give y'all the last word. I want to thank you for all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. I really, really appreciate it. Take us out, Fred, with something. I'm going to let everybody have their last word.
For all you guys that want to continue to have these long-distance relationships, if you can find you a good job on Guam, move out here. You're only 3 hours away from the Philippines. You can see your honey anytime you want to. That's it. And plus, it's been a pleasure. I've been on the panel with you gentlemen today, and hopefully we can all serve again soon.
Thank you.
Army, I got 2 kids in the military. One's in Kuwait, and one's at Fort Bragg in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. How old are your children, Fred?
My oldest is 32, and my youngest is 25.
Oh, so any of them getting close to retiring?
Oh, no. My oldest, he went in the military. He was already in his late 20s when he went in. And my other son, he just went in just 2 years ago. So,
okay, yeah.
So far, I'm the only one that stayed in. Me and my brother, he's retired Army, and I stayed in the Air Force for 21 years.
What was your rating, Fred? What did you do in the Air Force?
Actually, I was in administration.
Okay.
Work orderly room, staff support, and stuff like that.
Okay, Dana, was you in the service, Dana?
Nope.
Did they have a military way back then?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm allergic to horses, so I couldn't be in the cavalry. So I had a bad experience with a horse when I was a kid, so I couldn't be in the military.
Okay. Well, just take us out, Dana. Give us the last word.
Yeah. Well, don't walk up under coconut trees.
Okay, David, give us something.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate you, Calvin, for inviting me on the show, and I want to thank the panel for all the advice. I actually learned several new things that I didn't think about before. I just wanted to give my perspective from somebody that's not been on the panel yet, and appreciate all the viewers and the support for Calvin's show. Like, I'm a big fan of Calvin's show. Like, started watching him probably 6 or 8 months ago, and I like Calvin's show because he tells it like it is. He tells it, for example, he'll say, "You coming here for the women." A lot of these vloggers, they'll be like, "I didn't come here for the women. I came here because I was this or I was that or this." Yeah. No, you came there for the women. Just admit it. Don't. But you know, it's coming for a couple of different reasons, and you can have more than one reason. You can say, "I'm coming for the women. I'm coming for the beauty. I'm coming for to get off the hamster wheel." It don't just have to be one reason, right?
It's the booty. It's the booty, not the beauty.
Right.
I've
learned a lot by listening to Calvin. I'm a big fan of his and his show. I'm hoping that when I get to the Philippines that me and him can meet up for some coffee or something another there. So yeah, I appreciate you inviting me on, Calvin, and I appreciate the panel. Thank you.
We're gonna have you back. We're gonna have you back, David, because I think Leica wants you, man. So when you come over here, why don't you catch? Listen, I'm serious. I think why don't you catch Philippine Airlines and you might get her.
Hey, my DMs are open, baby doll.
That's that reverse. That's that reverse psychology.
Thanks, Will Sutton, for that super chat. He said, "Good one, Cal." Hey, thanks, Robert Jones. This is my buddy here. He said, "Great show, Cal. See you in October."
Hey, Robert, how are you?
I think Robert Jones was just in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Dean, give us something, man, because I want you back on, Dean, because you said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me on. What I can say, what I want to tell the new guys coming over here, listen to Calvin's advice. Listen to all the guys that have been here a long time. Take their advice. But more importantly, for the ones that are coming here to stay a long time, find a hobby. Whatever your hobby is at home, if you like fishing, come here for you. The women are automatic. Don't even worry about it. And if you've been thinking about coming, you've been, planning and this and that and the other, just get on the plane. You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Don't make me roll out of it. Thank you for that super chat. He said, just admit it. You're coming to the Philippines to roll after the booty. Yeah. A lot of these guys, they said, I was talking to a guy last night. He said, I'm not punching the clock anymore. I'm punching the cock. Hey, Jabril, thank you, man. I appreciate your service, man. This guy's still in the military, guys, so he took a chance by coming on here, man. I hope they don't get you in the court-martial, man, for coming on my show.
I hope not, but you know what? I didn't say anything legal. I hope not. Yeah, I just want to tell y'all, man. I mean, I learned about this show from Sam Champion. We work in the same command. Great guy. He's our safety guy over there. And in G6, by the way, like, you gotta listen to this brother, man. Since I started listening to your channel, man, I got hooked. I mean, and I've been spreading the water around. Matter of fact, one of my friends, he said Campbell. He about to retire in November. His wife is Filipino too. They're moving down to the Philippines and stuff. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity just to say my little 2 cents. Thank you, brother Fred. Dana, Dave, and D.
Wow. Yep. Man, this guy's got a great memory, man.
Hey, Fred, I'll give you a call soon.
Okay, Dana.
Hey, guys, thank y'all so much again. I appreciate it. Go back and check that interview with Sidney Gibson, man. If you want to see an extraordinary human being, man, go back and watch this video, man. This guy dances. Remember, he's 87 years old, guys. All of his teeth are his real teeth, by the way. And he says he still has sexual activity with no Viagra or nothing like that.
Good for you.
So, okay, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Stay COVID. Help somebody today.
Take care.
Okay.